Hi everyone, my name's Jasmine and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. But before I get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone. It was my 1-year anniversary last month of being here on BookTube and I know I missed it, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who congratulated me and sent all your support. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So today I'm here to do the mid-year book freakout tag. I have the questions here on my phone, so let's just jump straight into it. The first question is the best book you've read so far in 2021, and for me that would have to be The Prince and the Dressmaker and also Vicious. I read these two books just recently. This one is a absolutely stunning graphic novel, as you can see, and I was hitting kind of a bit of a reading slump before I got into this one, and I just have to say this was the best thing that I could have read because this got me straight out of that slump. I picked it up and read through it so quickly and I'm so happy I picked this up. Thank you to everyone who told me to pick this one up because I really appreciate it. And the other one is Vicious. I read this on the same time as this one, but this was also a really quick read. I did not think I was going to get through it as fast as I did. This was such a quick read and it's not even that big, which is really good. The second question is the best sequel you've read so far, and that would have to be for me Obsidio. I cannot believe I finally finished this series. I am so happy. It's taken me so long. I'm pretty sure I've read pretty much all of these on December and finished them just in January. This is very big and you would not think that it would take me so long to get through it, but it did. Most of these have taken me about a month or two to get through, but I've really savored it while I was reading it and I really enjoyed it. The second one is Children of Virtue and Vengeance. This series has my whole heart and the cover's really shiny, so I absolutely love that. But this series, I need another one. This is another book series I read through so quickly. It's only 404 pages, and this book and Children of Blood and Bone I read through so quickly. Anyone who hasn't read this series, please go and pick this up. I just scream about this series all the time. I love it so much and I just appreciate it, and it's one of the best things that has come into my life, so thank you again to everyone who's recommended it to me. The third question is new release you haven't read yet but want to, and I have a couple of books for this question. So the first one is Witches Steeped in Gold, and I just got this book the other day. This is the Owl Crate edition, and I just have to show you guys before I talk about the books because it is absolutely stunning. This is what it looks like without the dust jacket, and it's just so stunning. And then there's actually artwork on the reverse dust jacket, so if you haven't seen the book you may get spoilers, but it is just so stunning. I absolutely am obsessed with this and I've heard nothing but great things about this book, so I'm really excited to get to it. I'm hoping to get to it this year, hopefully. The second one is Chain of Iron. I have my Cassandra Clare series here behind me, and Chain of Iron is another one that I've heard absolutely really good things about, and I love this cover. It's just nice to look at on the shelves and the front of it's really nice as well, but the size of this intimidates me, I'm going to admit it. I'm a little bit scared to get to it. And the third book on this list is Ace of Spades, and I think someone told me it was Gossip Girl meets Get Out, and it just sounds absolutely amazing. I've heard nothing but great things about it, so that's definitely on my list as well. The next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I have two books for this question, And the first one is Six Crimson Cranes. I will put the cover up somewhere so you can see it. I am so excited for this book. I've heard nothing but great things for everyone who's read it so far. I know there's a few people that have gotten an ARC for it and they've just said that it was absolutely amazing and they loved it. The second one is How We Fall Apart, and I am so intrigued by this book. I don't really know that much about it, but I'm just very, very excited for that one. The next question is Biggest Disappointment, and a book that for me is going to answer this question is Warstorm. Now, I read the Red Queen series, the ones that are before this one, and I didn't mind those, but this has taken me so long to get through. I ended up putting this down. I'm hoping I pick it up again eventually, but at the moment I'm just really struggling to get through it, and I haven't picked it up in a few months. I was listening to the audiobook as well, and I tried to read it physically and I just couldn't, so that's why I switched to the audiobook, and then that still wasn't helping, so I've put it down. I think this is what was putting me in a slump, so probably lucky I did put it down, but I'm only that far into it. That's all I've read. I still have all that much to go, so it's a thick book. The next question is biggest surprise, and that for me would have to be Two Dark Reigns. I read this in this past month in June, actually. This is the third book in this series, and I read whatever the second book was. Took me a little while to get through that one. It was just, I don't know what it was. I read that one really, really slowly, so I'm excited to read the next book in this series. I made a goal this year to try and finish as many of my series as I can, because I am one of those people that just starts books and then never ever finishes the series, and I'm really, really trying to get better at that. The next question is favorite new author, debut or new to you, and this one is really, really easy. It is Elizabeth Acevedo. I just picked up her books this year. I think this is the first one I read, and I'm currently in the middle of this one, but these books are such good reads, and I think I read through this in a week, maybe a week or 9 days, but it did not take me that long at all, and I absolutely loved it. And I'm currently reading this one, and I just want to show you guys the cover because it's absolutely stunning, but her books are just absolutely amazing. And I also own When You Land, so I'm really excited to get to that one. I absolutely love her and her books, and just thank you. Next is a book that made you sad or cry. I haven't cried in any books, but a book that I read that was very difficult for me to read through is Sadie, and I listened to the audiobook for that one through the library, and that was a very heavy book, which I kind of knew before I went into it, but I just don't think it was really what I was expecting it to be. I highly recommend check out Sadie if you haven't already, but if you do want to check that out, I also quickly recommend checking out the trigger warnings, because there is quite a few trigger warnings in that book, so just have a look at those before you pick up the book. But I really enjoyed it. I think that was one of the highest rated books that I've actually read this year. The next question is a book that made you happy, and that would have to be Six of Crows. I read the Shadow and Bone series last year or the year before. I don't remember when I got them, but I got the hardcover editions and I was so excited to read them. I was absolutely really enjoyed them. And then they said that they were making the TV series this year with the Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows combined. So I hadn't read Six Crows yet, so I definitely wanted to pick that one up before I saw Shadow and Bone, and it was just such a good book. I know that everyone always raves about this book, but it's different when you pick it up. It's just such a fun read, and it's kind of chunky, and it took me a bit to get through, but I still enjoyed it. There wasn't really much where I was reading it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I was just happy and enjoying it the whole time, and I absolutely love every single one of these characters. I understand why everyone stands and loves all the characters, and then seeing it brought to life on the TV show was just captured my heart. I absolutely loved it, and I really hope to read Crooked Kingdom sometime this year as well. The last question that we have today is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And I have quite a lot of books for these ones. So the first one is Wicked Fox. This is, oh, absolutely, I love this color. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and I can't wait to get to it. It's been on my TBR for ages. I also recently just got this book, so I'm even more excited to get to these now. So, and look at them together, they're so pretty. Then I have Crown of Midnight. I am embarrassed to say this. I have only read The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass in this series. Don't know how that's happened, but I definitely want to try and finish this series. I think I've been putting it off, and I'm not even sure why. I've just been scared to read it. Maybe I'm scared to finish it, but I actually enjoyed Throne of Glass and The Assassin's Blade, and I just want to read these so bad. And I've even got the tabs in it ready to go, so hopefully I'll pick this one up this month or next month. Definitely soon. I also have The Everlasting Rose. I read The Bells last year. This is the sequel, and this was so good. This was so good. So I definitely am really excited to read the second one. The cover is just stunning. Everything about it is just amazing. It just captures you. Then I have Furthermore. This is a book that has also been on my TBR for so long. I can't even believe how long it's been on there. I finally got the sequel, Witchwood, and here they are together. And I just want to read these so bad. I've heard so many good things about it. It's just a quick, is it middle grade? Someone told me it was middle grade. I think that's right. And the cover is just stunning. I just absolutely love it. I'm just so excited to get to this, and I really hope to get to it before the end of the year. And the final book, which I am also embarrassed to say this, is Heartstopper Volume 1. I have now got all 4 volumes in this series, and I haven't read a single one of them yet, but I have not read this, and I just really wanted to binge this. I've heard it's such a quick, fun read as well, which is kind of my kind of book, especially because I'm such a slow reader. I just struggle to get through books. Some books, it takes me a whole month and a bit to get through, and if I can just find books that are quick, fun, easy to read, it makes me and my Goodreads goal feel really good. So that's all the books that I want to get to this year, and that was also the final question for the mid-year freakout tag. I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know in the comments what books you absolutely loved or haven't loved, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.